Okay, we're live. Welcome back, everybody, to a new day on my journey to learn Godot by making an Android game in an Android device. So last week I didn't make any stream. Well, I had personal life issues to take care of, and that's why I haven't had any time to stream this week. But today, it doesn't mean that I haven't made anything to the game. So off camera, I have corrected some bugs that were occurring in the game. And also today, I will start preparing a prototype playable demo version of the game. So just to get a grasp of the main functions of the game and let people start enjoying the game. So let's start by checking what has been changed off camera, and I will go from each. I will check each of these points and show you in the code what has changed in case some of you are following this just to learn a little bit of Godot. So first of all, change the color here. So first of all, corrected the collision merge before an item was launched. So what this one means is before we have launched any item, if it collided by any item that was the state, it already merged that and stopped the player to. The player was unable to make any action after that. So how did I change that? Let's go to my prototype. So we had the collision checking, and we have a component for the collision checking and also the merge item. What I did here in the merge item, I think it was like if on the item merge, let's remember that I have this function associated to a signal that is launched from the collision checker that is emitting signal. Previously, this signal was called item merge, but as I had another signal that was called item merge, I call this same item collision. So I have the same item collision connected to the on item merge. That is function here. So what I did is this thing here. So whenever actions are enabled, that means this means that the item isn't still launched. But also I'm checking if the item is collided to has the actions enabled or true, because could it be like the first collision that is detected in the game is from the other item and not the one that we are moving, and that's why we need to check for both of them. And if whatever those two are true, then we just return, and that means that we do nothing of the code below. Okay, right. So that's the first thing we had. So the next one was we had the cinnamon roll. The cinnamon roll is the last item in the series, the collision series. So if somehow the cinnamon roll collided to another cinnamon roll, then everything just disappeared. And I think that's okay if I want to make something like an infinite level, but it wasn't okay for the game loop cycle, because there's nothing that says that they should disappear. So I have corrected that also, and you can see in the same function we have like the next item is null, but as this is a string, we need to check that is null or is just uninitialized, it's just an empty string. So if the item doesn't have a next item, then it won't do anything that's out. Okay? That means that the normal collision will occur and not a merge. A merge action has to be made. So yeah, that's how these 4 lines just solve 2 bugs in the game. Important bugs that will prevent anyone to play it correctly. So yeah, another thing I had is lots of errors in the engine that said like hit and defer, that the actions cannot be completed because something has been is still flushing, and we need to use the item deferred. So that I solved that in the game.gd. So we have where an item is spawned, we have the addChild function here. This line here, we have the function that was called just addChild, and then we just passed the item instance and the naming, user-friendly naming parameter. So to prevent that error, we need to use the call deferred, and that's used by getting the get tree on the current scene. So we've got the get node tree, use the current scene, and then we use a function that's called deferred. So and then we add item called the addChild and just add the item, the parameters. So that prevented the errors that we have in scene, and it won't bother us. Okay. So another thing that I have addressed on the last stream, and I didn't thought, and I did think it was just a chances, it was just a casual that whenever you unlock a new item, that item becomes the next item. And I thought that was just a coincidence, but it wasn't. That's because my function always checks if the random generated number was lower than the weight of the items that we have unlocked. But if we just have like a couple of unlocked items, the number was very high, so almost always was the random number was like lower than that, and the function just returns like the last candidate. So I have corrected that. So where we check for the next item, this hasn't changed. But this is the only thing. This is the only lines that I have added. So until now, we had if the result RNG was from the unlock and not the spawn with dictionary, and it was from the unlock items dictionary. So if it was less than the weight, the item weight, we just add the candidate. But if somehow there wasn't just a few, and just the this loop ended, it just returned like the last unlock item. That wasn't correct. So what I have changed is, instead of going through the unlock items dictionary in the for loop, I changed for the spawn weight dictionary. The spawn weight dictionary, as we already know, has the same values that would have the unlock items dictionary, but the spawn weight dictionary has every single item that can be spawned, and the unlock items dictionary only has the unlock item. So what we do is we go through the spawn weight dictionary. So we go through all items, okay, and if we have that item, and we check if the random number generated is less than the weight of the item inside the spawn weight dictionary. So if also we have that item unlocked, so no, the other way around. If we don't have that item unlocked, then we return the default item, because that item that should have been spawned is not unlocked yet, so the default should be returned. And if it's present inside the unlocked items dictionary, then we have that as a candidate. Okay. So I could use here that candidate equals default item, but the return would suffice, because we don't need to go further, because we already know that that item isn't unlocked, and thus the next items won't be unlocked. So yeah, that's for this bug here. I hope that's thoroughly explained. If you have any question about that, just use the stream chat, or if you're watching this on YouTube, then leave a comment and I will happily explain in any language that I know you're comfortable with. Okay, so I can explain that in English, Spanish, Catalan, and a little bit of English. So yeah, that's it for our bugs. And so now we need to prepare the demo. So I can't make a complete game for the demo. So we had these pending tasks, but for those I won't do that today. For now, maybe the buttons, but for now I will be focused on making the gameplay stable and to be releasable as a early playable demo. Bear in mind the early, okay? So maybe I can create the menu, like the main menu, instead of just the general menu. Also, I could create the restart button. I don't think I will do the pause button yet, but I will try. So, first of all, let's define what constitutes the demo, what will be the demo about. And so let me create a new page here. So you will make like a demo checklist. So what I let's add. Oh, sorry. Today demo. Okay, so what we have here. I want to I create an infinite input. And what I mean with that is I will unlock the chance of the cinnamon roll to be deleted when merged. So I will like undo the bug fix for that. I also want to have some kind of main menu. Sorry. I want to have a main menu, very simple, like just a start and quit. But I don't want to use text. I decided that for this mobile game, I don't want to have any text, so I will delete the score label. And I will I don't know yet, but I want to have like something like move counter or something like that. But I want the main menu. I want also a start button. Okay. And what else? Let's see from there. Okay, so let's go little by little, and let's see from there if I can make some. So for now, infinite game loop. Let's just for that and that only we will. Okay. Then we will comment that, but I will add a comment here. It is commented just for the infinite loop. Make a global setting for that. What do I mean by that? Is I will like create some kind of infinite mode and try to and tend to have like some kind of that. Sorry, but just drop me a tissue because she wants a sunflower seed that I don't know if I do not have any. Just give me a second. Okay, back. I just need to fix something with my body. Okay, so yeah, the infinite loop, and that's what I will make setting to create that as a we'll say that a game mode. So just to check if that's okay, let's go to the game manager and change the default item to resources, and we have the cinnamon roll in here, and that should be there. And I can do that. Okay, I will have the cinnamon roll. So that and that something else. Not access to the property or key type string on a basic dictionary. It was found. I don't know. Check that. Let's see. Event response should be null. So if I just go with int spawn print spawn so see the output cinnamon roll spawn is cinnamon roll. Next item I know it's a cinnamon roll. And what we have in the spawn is empty. So let's go here and just check if it's spawn or I can spawn is empty. Then let's return. Yep. And this is error handling. So now I think we can check that, and that's destroyed. And it's the infinite loop that we can have the infinite game there. So let's go back to my game. Let's put the cinnamon roll away and use the strawberry as the default item. Alright, so that's done. Okay, so let's go to my checklist. Let's go green. So infinite game loop is okay. And now we will need to have a main menu. So yeah, let's go. Oh, sorry, I don't want to do that. All right. So main menu. We will need a new scene here. And we will need a couple of scenes, so I will create one. Let's call it a 2D scene. No, if I need a scene for anyone. I don't think I do. Maybe a user interface. Let's go on 2D. So we have a control here, and I would love to have not that, but that. And just zoom in a bit until I can see the viewport. Okay, so this is the whole viewport, and I just want to add a button here and a button here for now. So let's see if we can something like a button. What we have in here. So we have a button, a check, a color picker, menu, option, a link button, and a texture button. I don't know if this can. Oh. So this is like just a normal button. So it can have an icon. So let's check if anything goes there. Like, I don't know, help button. Do that. So yeah, it creates the button with some kind of black border, but I I don't really like, because it's like it's an icon. Also, I can do that. I don't know. I don't know if I want that. So let me see. We can have. Okay, so this is just for an icon there. I don't want an icon. I can go like that, and that will make the button, but this is not what I really want. So let's get something else, like a texture button, and that will have like different textures. Okay, so for example, I can have a normal button and a pressed button like that. This, of course, this is it's completely stupid to do that. It's useless as at the least. So what do we have? Action mode, button release, button pressed. Okay, that's just toggle mode. Don't know that. Okay. So if I save this in scenes, I call it menu, and I will go here, name that, and it's main menu. Nope. No, no, no. And let's see. I can select the main scene, I think. Share settings. Scene, I think it's here. Yeah. So let's go with the main menu. Okay, close that, and we will see like this button that is changing whenever I press that. So that's what I want. Okay, so it's a texture button. Let's call it start, and let's clone that and call it quit. And let's make the buttons. So for that, we need to use pre-sprite, stream, and that, and create a new one. And I don't know how big I want my button, but I think 120 by 96 would suffice. I want that to be a pixel art, complete pixel art, not just my backgrounds. So I don't know if 64 by 64, I think it's better to have that. So in order to make a button, we will create a rectangle, two rectangles in fact. So let's go zoom in. How big I want it. So I think like something like that. Oh, maybe even this. In something like this, and for the 3D, something like that. Just there. And now this brown, and so I think I can go like 2 there. Move that. Yeah, that seems okay. So we'll do the same in here. 1, 2, and 2. There, and there. Let's remove everything. There. Is this same there? Yes. And also I need here. I'm going to go like 2. And remove that also. And go here by remove let me go back and just do it before. So okay, I just yes. And sorry, I had the lapses there. So yeah, that's okay. Let's pick a green color. Let's go there-ish. We want full saturation. I think maybe it's too much. Oh yeah. Something like that for the start. So then I will go darker. Maybe there. And fill this up. And this line here, I will change that for a lighter, less saturated color. Let's see something like that, maybe. Let's see how it goes. Another. Maybe even less saturated. Almost white, maybe. Yeah. Let's check the previews. No, I like some kind of green. Yeah, I think something like that. And okay, so let's make some like some kind of okay. And let's see. But I want to have my button also, so let me just go with the button and create another layer. see if I need to. Okay, that administrator. Something like that, maybe. I go here, I will change everything. And go with pay later. Item order and something like that. Build that for so let's go just by hand. So I want to have this. Let's get where that intersects. Okay, so I want this to be so down, that, and that, and use the letter A. My order. Let's save that there. Take that there. And then I don't know if I need to the whole, but let's just go here like that. I just there. No, it doesn't feel right. That feels a little bit better. I don't know if I do something like that. I don't like it. Let's get some preferences. Yeah, let's get some preferences. Let's see. Shell or maybe button. So what do we have? Yes, as a reference. I like this kind. I like that. I really like this. Okay, let me see. So let's see if there's anything that I really like for that. So this kind of buttons I like also. I want something like a 3D-ish play button, like it has some kind of effect on it. Just to have some kind of inspiration. Oh, I also like this one that is like embedded with a. Oh, sorry, I don't know what happens. So I was wondering to also this one that is like embedded, so it's also okay. But yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I think I like the carved one. Okay, let me see. As inspiration, let me see, what was it here? Not that. Okay, so we have that, and how do they do that? So it's almost white, and so the bottom part is white, and then it has like very dark green, and then a shadow. Okay, I like that. I like that, and they are on twos, two, 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 one, one. Okay, so I will give that as an inspiration because I don't like it all. So they had. Let's choose black for now. They had like something like two, two, one, 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 and one, and two, two, and two, and something like that. It doesn't feel right. No, it does not feel right at all. Okay, wait if. Hello, can you please? Okay. Yeah, it didn't feel right at all. But it is. Okay, let me just have that and save that, and also I have this pixel art that I also like, and I know that this comes from a pixel art YouTuber. I really like this one also. So let's go check, and also I will have, I think, this one as these two reference also. Okay, let's go back to here and my awful button. Let's remove everything. So can I do? Let's add the reference. I think I can use photos in here. Yes. Let's use this as a reference. I go there. Yeah, but I won't see anything. Yeah, there. So let me just adjust that. So if I do that, I go like that is the thing I want. Should maybe use double and then something like that. Something like that. There and there and not there. So okay. So I think doubles and like go one. Cells 1, 2, 3 by 2, 3 by 2, 3 by 2, yes, 2, and maybe something like that, and then we go back with that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and something like that. And I will there. It's okay, but it's not okay also. So, well, at least I know what to do here. Okay, let's go. I'm sorry, I'm not a good drawer, so I'm not an artist, as you already know, because I don't stop to whine about that. And that's why it's difficult for me. So, let's see. Let's start by the vertical line that I want to. So something like that. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19. So at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We would have something like that. So now I want to have a button that goes from here to there. Yeah, but without the. So I want that with there and then there. And everyone who knows pixel art is like screaming at me right now. Because that's not how it works. Because I want to have something like that. That's why it's not. Okay, let's go with the same approach that I was doing before. Like going 2 lines width, like there. And then go 1, 2, 3 in here. 3, 3, 3, maybe 2. Let's see. If I do that, I don't really like it, but I can work from here. Have just that. Maybe 1 down. Just that and that. And that seems quite okay. Okay, so what I have as a reference, that. So that seems a little bit okay. want to remove those and get to those here. And I think that's a better play button. Yeah. So what they did here is something like that. Something like that. I think. And then a very dark green, but I think based on this one, and we can go almost black, something like that. Paint that. Use a shadow in there. And the next one, instead of being the front color, is a different color, like something like that, where I can go here and use something like that. And that's how you made some, maybe a little bit darker. Something like that. Yeah. And what if I change this white for this green? Oh, I like that. Okay, this will be our play button. Let's move that. Something more in the middle. Like that. Maybe. Yeah. And that's, and I will move this a pixel up. Okay. Because I'm not in the color layer. Okay, what's happening here? Just a pixel there, and this will go up there. And so we have something here. So let's take another reference. Let's see what we have here. So what they did here is use the same rounded, okay, with a more grayish color. So instead of this, they get something that goes more to the gray area than the green area. Something like that. And I will use a contiguous to see that. But I need to go and paint the same there and there, and use the shadow. Go there and there and there, and do the same in here. like that and that. And use my shadowy color there. Okay. And they're using the same as a highlight here. Let's see. Just like that, maybe. Oh yeah. Yeah. What if I just double down that? Not there. Come on. Let's see. Uh, no, that won't work. No, this won't work because we need to go like steps back. And do something like that. Is that better? No, it's not. No, I don't like it. I think that's better. But not really enough for there. Okay. We'll try like just something side. I think that's too much. Well, not really. I kinda like it. But then the highlight is too much on the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's too much. There. Let's leave it subtle. Okay. I like that. So let's see what else we can use from here. So there's some kind of shadow also. That could be okay there. I think this shadow here could be darker. Something like that. Let's go there. Okay, let's remove that. No, I think it's not darker. Maybe I think it's almost the same color here. So yeah. So I want it a little bit darker. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Way better. And this one will be closer to being white. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Way better. Yeah. So this one, I think I will. Oh, yes, there. Yeah, way better. So let's use a. I don't want to have the whole time in the button creation. Let me see. So let's go for a shadow there. And I think this green can be a little bit more washed out. Maybe something like that. Oh yeah. Yeah, a little bit more washed out, and that's will do almost the same there. No, there. There. Yeah, I think that's better. And let's use a shadow there to. We have that, so it's just in here, but not touching. It is touching again. Something not like that. Also, timeline. Let's go layer 2 and that, and something like that. I don't like that in any stretch of the imagination. I think I can go with this one instead. Yeah. Maybe something like this. No, I don't think I like that. So because if we look at this, it's just very subtle. So I won't use those ones. I think I'm just going to use those ones just to have a very subtle. Also, does that happen in both places? Yeah, I think the 4 corners, yeah. So that's something like that. And okay. Yeah, no, I see now that maybe I need to do something like this. And then go here. I don't really like that. I think it's too dark. So I will go there. A little bit lighter. This has to be subtle. Yeah. Something like that. And something like that. Yeah. Very subtle. And I think they do something like a gradient there in the corners. So we could have, so it's intermediate. This tone seems to be the same. Can I just check this color? Yeah. And what about this one? Okay, so it's almost the same, but not really. So we go here and go a little bit there. That should be our main color. Something like that. Just a smidge. Because then we have like some shadow, but more like that. And use that to like something like from here to there to something like this. So they're using something like that, and also going to a darker, even more darker color there. And as I see, it's going to go something like this. Maybe a little more to make this effect. I think it's just a little bit more there. Using this one, and like that, and there's something like this. It looks like. Well, yeah. Not bad also. Huh? Not bad. So something like this. Do this. And we'll go here and use like some like that. It is symmetric. No, it is not. They just go with the okay. Let's see. Because they just go with something like that. Let's see how it's okay, but this color in here should be a little bit lighter. Yeah, a little bit darker, just a little bit, something like that. I kinda like it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, they're doing, yeah, and that's it for that. So let's check. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now add a. Can I add a new? I don't know how I can get animations here. Oh, there. A frame. And I suppose this frame is the same. So, okay, so for the rest button, we need to this layer, put this one here, and just there. Let's go here and move that. And something like that. So we have that and that. I will preserve this and this and this. Okay. And instead of so there, Let's move that a couple of. What? Oh, come on. Let's redo the layout. That's everything going weird. So, if I move this, just like 3 pixels down. Uh, yeah, yeah. Okay, that will do. Maybe. So maybe I want to move that down. Circle. Let me try to move one more. Yeah, yeah. And in the second layer, oh, there. There. Okay. All right. So let's save this and rename that. Say play button. And let's export as a spreadsheet. All frames. No, cancel. Let me. I think that's okay, but I will less where sprite size, number size, and I think something like that. Yeah. And let's go down a couple of there. Yeah. Yeah. There. Okay. Now we export that as a spreadsheet. Row size it will be 1. No, row size is 2. No, yeah. I don't really know. Row size number of rows of how many columns has any row. Let's see. Yeah, just like that. So let's go back. Let's go there. So yeah, that's it. Okay, that's what I want. So let's move this, or let's copy that and go to my Godot projects, quickly merge, assets, textures, and that's UI buttons. And we'll get that there. So now we go to Godot, and we can have our file systems and UI buttons and have this. So okay, so now we have that. I want to know how to create that in a multi-sprite. So a sprite sheet. Okay. So okay, so how loading the spreadsheets in Godot. Let's see this. I made the sprite to the sprite frames. Yep, no. Of that. And new sprite frames. So the scene with the previously select the animated sprite to the. Okay, but this is from. Okay, no, I don't need to do that. I need to that import. Okay, texture button. I need to put texture button with a spreadsheet. Texture button. A spreadsheet. Texture matter I need to use Atlas texture resource, which put on a state. At the texture button node, then for each texture property, new Atlas texture resource. Send your spreadsheet to the Atlas and use region. So let's go with the start button and let's remove everything. and atlas texture, and we have the atlas texture, and we'll use this empty. Okay, and the region will be from 0, edit region, so snap mode, auto slice. Can I auto slice that? Oh, sorry. Let's do that again. I don't know if I want to auto slice because maybe I want to have everything the same grid snap. So separation, step will be 64 by 40. Separation. Do I need to do something like that? And how do I do that? Yeah, so grid snap. Oh, so I need to do something like that. Yeah. Okay. So we have that. So for this quit button, we have that, and the start button, we have the normal. Yeah. No, there. Okay, so the pressed will be also an atlas, and use that. Sorry. We have another atlas that I can just do that. Okay, so edit also the region and do something like that and close. So let's see. Okay, that's okay. So let's position that because right now is super small. So let's go. Can I? Okay, so can I? Can I scale this? Yes, I can. But where is the scale? Shortcut, maybe layout. Transform, yeah, transform. So we have this scale will be like 5. Something like that. And let's position that. So I want my grid, snap to grid, something. Something like this, I suppose. Let's see how it feels. Okay. I need to create some kind of. I don't like texts. Oh, sorry. Just 5 scale and 5 here in the scale. But just 5. Okay, just 5. And now. And okay, let's see. I think I want to create a label. I don't like to have texts, but just a label there. And so, by the way, I cannot use the name Bakery Merch because there's already an Android game called Bakery Merch. So we will call it the short merch. And let's see. It's level settings that I need to do. Yeah, my font I have in here. Which one it was? Kenny blocks. Let's go to the game. Score level. And it was byte bounce. And by the way, can I just copy the value? Can I just use these level settings? Maybe. Let's see. Load. No, I don't have any. Well, I could. Okay, I can save that. So these level settings, because I like that, I will save as. And let's go to the path assets, fonts, and game text. Save that. Go here. Load a assets, fonts, game text assets. Open that, and we open that. All right. So desert merge. Let's go. Can I like 100? Something like that. I need to create a. But will that change this? No. Okay. Oh yes, it will. Okay, I can't. So this was in here, and I cannot do that. But maybe I can load as something. Maybe I can do something with this. Make unique. But now it's unique. And now I should be able to change the font to 100 pixels. And that should not change this one. Yep. Okay. Let's create a shadow also. Some kind of that. A size, big size. And 35 pixels offset. Let's go there. You don't have any shadow there. So the offset should be like 5, let's call it 10. And 10. Now 8. Or maybe like bigger. Yeah, but I think only 5 there. Yeah, 5 and 5. I think it's okay. The short merge. Let's see how it feels. Well, for now it's just that. Yeah, it's oversized, and maybe I can do something like that and use something like that. And let's say that the alignment should be center and center, and do something like that. And maybe now it looks better. No, but that's okay. So let's center to that. Let's go there, and let's just go big, like, I don't know, 150. Okay, a little up there. And the button should go a little bit down. And I will remove this button because I want to duplicate this. Pull it and move that down there because I want to check how it looks like. Yeah, okay. All right. So let's add some behavior. And for that, I need to create, I think I need to create something. So rest. Okay. Okay. So let's create a new node, just an empty node. No, not that. Okay. Let's create a new scene with just an empty node, and we'll create like scene manager, and this on scenes, save and attach a script, and it will be on scripts there. So I will have a nothing right now. Oh yeah. Function load scene, and it will get something, but I don't know what. So let's go there and go by Godot 4.5. Load scene. Let's practice for scene management. No, download that switch scene. Super bad. Which? No. Which? Switch. And open it. Okay. Compression already entering. So get 3, change scene to file. Okay. So change scene. Let's call it a name, and it's a string for now. So get 3 dot change scene to file. And something. So it will be game. But let's get something like this, where we have our items dictionary, and we will load the scene, the scenes that I want. So go there, get scenes dictionary. We will remove almost everything. Right now we only have 2. And it will be like main menu. And this scene will be like the main menu scene. And we will have the level 1, something like that, or game for now. And we call it game. And we'll have something like engine to file, or change scene to packed. Yeah, and we will use the scenes dictionary of game. And before that, we'll use like by the way, is preload. Preload resource. It's just a resource. Constant resource from the same system path. Okay. I want that. So if since dictionary.dot has name, if not has name, then error now scene the scene is not found. Manager, or the scene is not found, and then we will return. And I don't think this will. I don't think that will work. With the start on pressed receiver method. I don't know, of course, because I haven't added the scene manager on that. Come on. Use the scene manager, then we go to the start, a press button. Let's pick plot scene bounce a string at game. Let's see if that works. I don't think that will work, but okay. Oh, it worked. Yeah, perfect. Okay, it worked. It really worked. Okay, all right. Nice. Okay, perfect. So, yeah. Let's see. We need also reload scene function reload scene that gets no arguments and really dot reload scene. And how do I exit? 4.5 exit game. Get 3 quit. So now we'll have a function exit game. Get 3. Colon. Get 3 dot quit. Alright, so let's go to Resprite again. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can show canvas rotate, frame, and left properties. But can we like no, I'm not right. Just color. So, oh yes, that's what I want. Okay. So layer 2. Oh, sorry, first layer, edit, adjust color. We can change the hue to a more red color, something like that. And I can change the saturation and that. Maybe something like that. Okay, something like this. So this layer will be deleted. And we will create also perfect. This is perfect. And this layer also will remove this. So let's do a save as. Oh, okay. So let's duplicate this. Yes, I have this play button too, yeah. So let's go with the play button, normal play button, save that. And let's call it quit button. And this play button, we will remove the there. And let's see. So I have my reference also in here now. This one now. Let's add some other reference for that because I really like this. And let's use a subtle. Let's create the this and something like here, and just something like that. And something like that, and maybe something like that, and that's too low. I will maybe do something like this, something like that, there, and something like that. Why? And it's kind of okay, but not really. Something like that. Yeah. So let's go for a darker red, and let's see how it feels to have that just as a shadow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I really like that. Look at that. Yes. But it doesn't need anything else really. But what I want to do is change this for not that. So for this, no, no, that's not the color. Is it? It's the same. What? Yes. Okay, a little bit darker, but reddish. See? Yeah, more like that. And a really dark color for this, but the dark. That. And something along this or that. Maybe a little more, just so we're able to see that. And maybe a little bit darker for this, for this one. No, lighter there. And it doesn't need much more. So let's position that there. And can I copy? Well, I don't know, I don't care. Oh, let's see if we can copy and paste there, and so much. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see. Okay. The quit button is already done. Export to a spreadsheet and save. And Okay, let's save that there, but without its shenanigans. So, okay, so I need to change also the colors. I didn't check that. Mm, and on that there. Now I will do that again. Export spreadsheet. Save. Remove these weird things. Well, it said buttons, but it's button. It's okay. So let's go my file manager, and I want to copy that to my Godot projects. Quickly merge assets, texture UI buttons, and we're almost done. So for the quit button, I will have textures, and I should remove that by using this one. Oh, all right. No, I need to remove the atlas. I need to create a new atlas texture. Use that. Wait. No. There and there. Okay, so the quit. Oh no. No. That's this is not good. No. Okay, so this already is. So let's make unique. What? I cannot make it unique. That's not okay. Because if I change this, I change both. Whatever. Delete that. Create a new one. Main menu. Add a button. Texture button. Create. Change its name to quit. And move that in here. Let's layout transform. The scale will be 5. The position will be something like there. And let's add the texture as a atlas. Add this texture there. Edit the region. Select. Hello. Oh, come on. Can you please? Oh, okay, there. Close that. the pressed atlas textures in. Yeah, right now I have realized that I could make unique the atlas, but well, I could make the atlas unique, but I didn't think about that. Okay, so let's put that there and there. Let's see. Okay, perfect. So now let's go and to the node and button press, and let's add the on quit press. No, it's a exit game. So exit game and no arguments, and connect that. Okay. Let's see. Quits. Yeah. Great. So right now, this is usable. So I can go there and play. Cannot restart from here, but I think I will do that on my next stream. Yeah, next week. Um, yeah. So yeah, I think that will be it for today. As always, if you have any question whatsoever about the game or the game, feel free to join the next stream and chat. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, just leave a comment. So that's all for today. I will see you next Wednesday. I hope, as always, that you have learned something. I do. And see you. Bye bye.